Dear learners, myself Dr. Rajiv Prasad, Academic Officer Chemistry, and today in this chapter we will learn about the chemical bonding, which is Module 2, Chapter 7. Dear learners, we see various substances around us which are either element or compound. You also know that the atoms of the same or different elements may combine. When atoms of the same element combine, we get molecules of the element, but we get compounds when atoms of different elements combine. Have you ever thought why atoms combine at all? In this lesson, we will find an answer to this question. We will first explain what a chemical bond is and then discuss various types of chemical bonds which join the atoms together to form various types of substances. The discussion would also highlight how these bonds are formed. After completing this lesson, we will be able to recognize the stability of noble gases, configuration and tendency of other elements to attain this configuration through formation of chemical bonds. We will be able to explain the attainment of stable gas electronic configuration through transfer of electrons resulting in the formation of ionic bonds. Describe and justify some of common properties of ionic compounds. Explain the alternate mode of attainment of a stable noble gas configuration through sharing of electrons resulting in the formation of covalent bonds. Describe the formation of single, double and triple bonds on and depict these with the help of Lewis dot method. Describe and justify some of the common properties of covalent substances. The answer to this question is hidden in the electronic configuration of noble gases. It was found that noble gases, namely helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon, did not react with other elements to form compounds. That is, they are non-reactive. In the initial stages, they were also called inert gas due to their non-reactive nature. Thus, it was thought that these noble gases lacked reactivity because of this specific electronic arrangements which are quite stable. When we write the electronic configuration of the noble gases, see table below, we find that except helium, all of them have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. This table indicates that different elements, that is the noble gases, and the outermost shell contain 2 8 electrons, that is the outermost shell contains 8 electron, which was the basis of less reactivity or inert nature of these gases. It was concluded that atoms having 8 electrons in their outermost shell are very stable and they did not form compounds. It was also observed that other atoms such as hydrogen, sodium, chlorine, etc., which do not have 8 electrons in their outermost shell undergo chemical reactions. They can stabilize by combining with each other and attain the above configuration of noble gases, that is 8 electrons or 2 electrons in case of helium in their outermost shells. Thus, atoms tends to attain a configuration in which they have 8 electrons in their outermost shells. This is the basic cause of chemical bonding. This attainment of 8 electrons for stable structure is called octet rule. The octet rule explains the chemical bonding in many compounds. Atoms are held together in compounds by the force of attraction, which result in the formation of chemical bonds. The formation of chemical bonds results in the lowering of energy, which is less than the energy of the individual atoms. The resulting compound is lower in energy as compared to the sum of energies of the reacting atoms or molecules and hence is more stable. Thus, stability of compounds formed is an important factor in the formation of chemical bonds. Ionic bonding. The chemical bond formed by transfer of electrons from a metal to a nonmetal is known as ionic or electrovalent bond. For example, when sodium metal and chlorine gas are brought into contact, they react violently and we obtain sodium chloride. This reaction is shown as below. Sodium in the solid state, chlorine in the gaseous state, they combine together and they form sodium chloride in the solid state. The bonding in sodium chloride can be understood as follows. Sodium has the atomic number 11 and we can write its electronic configuration as 281, that is, it has 1 electron in its outermost shell. If it loses this electron, it is left with 10 electrons and becomes positively charged. Such a positively charged ion is called cation. The cation in this case is called sodium cation, or we can say write as Na plus. This example represents how the outermost shell of the sodium, 1 electron is transferred to chlorine atom in the gaseous state, having 7 electrons in their outermost shell, and after transfer sodium is converted to sodium plus ion and chlorine is converted to chloride ion, and now in this case both the ions have 8 electrons in their outermost shell and they finally combine together by the electrostatic force of attraction and becomes NaCl solid crystal. Note that the sodium cation has 11 protons, but 10 electrons only. It has 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Thus, sodium atom has attained the noble gas configuration by losing an electron present in its outermost shell. The loss of electron results into the formation of an ion, and this process is called ionization. Thus, according to octet rule, sodium atom can acquire stability by changing to sodium ion, that is Na plus. The ionization of sodium atom to give sodium ion requires an energy of 496 kilojoule per mole. Now, the chlorine atom having the atomic number 17 has the electronic configuration 287. It completes its octet by gaining 1 electron from the sodium atom, atomic number 11, with electronic configuration 281. Both sodium ion Na plus and chloride ion Cl minus combine together by ionic bond and becomes solid sodium chloride. Note that in the above process, the chlorine atom has gained an additional electron, hence it has become a negatively charged ion, that is chloride ion. Such a negatively charged ion is called an anion. Chloride ion has 8 electrons in its outermost shell and it therefore has a stable electronic configuration according to the octet rule. The formation of chloride ion from the chlorine atom releases 349 kilojoule per mole of energy, and the anion Cl minus formed above are electrically charged species. They are held together by Coulombic force or electrostatic force of attraction. This electrostatic force of attraction, which holds the cation and anion together, is known as electrovalent bond or ionic bond. This is represented as below. If we compare the energy required for the formation of sodium ion and that release in the formation of chloride ion, we note that there is a net difference of 147 kilojoule per mole of energy. If only these two steps are involved, the formation of sodium chloride is not favorable energetically, but sodium chloride as a crystalline solid. This is because the energy is released when the sodium ion and the chloride ion come together to form the crystalline structure. The energy so released compensate for the above deficiency of energy. You can see that each sodium ion is surrounded by 6 chloride ions and each chloride ion is surrounded by 6 sodium ions in its solid state structure. The force of attraction between sodium and chloride ion is uniformly felt in all directions. Thus, no particular sodium ion is bonded to a particular chloride ion. Hence, there is no species such as NaCl. Here in this structure, NaCl is empirical formula and shows that there is 1 Na plus for every Cl minus ion. This structure, if you see correctly, you will find that every sodium ion is surrounded by 6 chloride ions and every chloride ion is surrounded by 6 sodium ion. Similarly, we can explain the formation of cation resulting from lithium and potassium atom and the formation of anions resulting from fluorine, oxygen and sulfur atom. So, try to solve this formation of ionic bond by taking these examples. Let us now study the formation of another ionic compound, namely magnesium chloride. Magnesium has atomic number 12, as we all know. Thus, it has 12 protons. The number of electrons present in it is also 12. Hence, the electronic configuration of magnesium atom is 282. Let us consider the formation of magnesium ion from a magnesium atom. We see that it has 2 electrons in its outermost shell. If it loses these 2 electrons, then it can achieve the stable configuration of 2,8, that of noble gas neon. So, this step indicates that magnesium releases 2 electrons and it converted to Mg2 plus and the electronic configuration changes to 2,8. You can see that the resulting magnesium ion has only 10 electrons and hence it has 2 plus charge. It is a dipositive ion and can be represented as Mg2 plus ion. The 2 electrons lost by the magnesium are gained 1 each by 2 chlorine atom to give 2 chloride ions. This can be represented by gaining of electrons by 2 chlorine atoms, which finally converted to 2 chloride ion. Thus, 1 magnesium ion and 2 chloride ion join together to form magnesium chloride MgCl2 by the electrostatic force of attraction, which results in the formation of ionic bond between magnesium and chlorine atom. Let us now see what would happen if instead of chloride ion, the magnesium ion combines with the another anion, say oxide anion. The oxygen atom having atomic number 8 has 8 electrons. Its electronic configuration is 2,6. It can attain a stable electronic arrangement, that is 2,8, of the noble gas neon if it gains 2 more electrons. The 2 electrons which are lost by the magnesium atom are gained by the oxygen atom. On gaining these 2 electrons, the oxygen atom gets converted into the oxide anion. This represents the gain of 2 electron by the oxygen atom, which ultimately converted into oxide ion, and after this formation it has 8 electrons in the outermost shell. The oxide has 2 more electrons as compared to the oxygen atom. Hence, it has 2 negative charges on it. Therefore, it can be represented as O2 minus ion. The magnesium ion Mg2 plus and the oxide ion O2 minus are held together by electrostatic force of attraction and it is converted to magnesium oxide solid, which also has ionic bonding. Thus, magnesium oxide is an ionic compound in which a dipositive cation Mg2 plus and a di-negative anion O2 minus are held together by the electrostatic force of attraction. Similar to the case of sodium chloride, the formation of magnesium oxide is also accompanied by lowering of energy, which leads to the stability of magnesium oxide as compared to individual magnesium and oxygen atom. Properties of ionic compounds. Since the ionic compounds contain ions, that is cations and anions, which are held together by the strong electrostatic force of attraction, they show the following general characteristic properties. Ionic compounds are crystalline solids. In the crystal, the ions are arranged in a regular fashion. The ionic compounds are hard and brittle in nature. This is the one crystal of sodium chloride, where you can see this is solid state, as we all know that sodium chloride crystals are in the solid state, and this crystal, the arrangement is shown how the sodium ion and the chloride ions are arranged in this lattice. Melting and boiling points. Ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. The melting point of sodium chloride is 1074 Kelvin, that is 801 degree centigrade, and its boiling point is 1686 Kelvin or 1413 degree centigrade. The melting and boiling points of ionic compounds are high because of the strong electrostatic force of attraction present between the ions. Thus, it requires lots of thermal energy to overcome these forces of attraction. The thermal energy given to the ionic compound is used to overcome the interionic attraction present between the cations and anions in an ionic crystal. Electrical conductivity. Ionic compounds conduct electricity in their molten state and in its aqueous solution. Since ions are free to move in the molten state, they can carry current from one electrode to another in a cell. Thus, ions can conduct electricity in molten state. However, in solid state, such a movement of ions is not possible, as they occupy fixed position in the crystal lattice. Hence, in solid state, ionic compounds do not conduct electricity. In aqueous solution also, water is used as a solvent to dissolve ionic compounds. It weakens the electrostatic force of attraction present among the ions. When these forces are weakened, the ions becomes free to move, hence they can conduct electricity. Let us watch this video, which shows the electrical conductivity of aqueous solution of ionic compounds. Solubility. Ionic compounds are generally soluble in water, but are insoluble in organic solvents such as ether, alcohol, carbon, tetrachloride, etc. Watch this activity. This activity shows that we are dissolving sodium chloride once in the water, and in the second case we are dissolving sodium chloride in the ethyl alcohol, which is the organic compound. So, we will observe that in case of water, sodium chloride is get dissolved, but in case of ethyl alcohol, their crystal remains as such that they are insoluble in ethyl alcohol. However, a few ionic compounds are insoluble in water due to a strong electrostatic force of attraction between the cations and anions. For example, barium sulphate, silver chloride and calcium fluoride, they are ionic compound, but they are insoluble in water. The next, the important type of bonding is covalent bonding. In this section, we will study about the another kind of bonding called covalent bonding. Covalent bonding is helpful in understanding the formation of molecules. You have already studied that molecules having similar atoms such as H2, Cl2, O2, N2 etc. are molecules of elements, whereas those containing different atoms like HCl, ammonia, methane, CO2 etc. are called molecules of a compound. Let us now see how are these molecules formed. Let us consider the formation of hydrogen molecule, that is H2. The hydrogen atom has 1 electrons, atomic number is 1. It can attain the electronic configuration of the noble gas helium by sharing 1 electron of another hydrogen atom. When the two hydrogen atoms come closer, there is an attraction between the electrons of one atom and the protons of another, and there are repulsions between the nucleus as well as the protons of the two hydrogen atoms. In the beginning, when the two hydrogen atoms approaches each other, the potential energy of the system decreases due to the force of attraction. The value of potential energy reaches a minimum at some particular distance between the two atoms, that is represented in this graph. If the distance between the two atoms further decreases, the potential energy increases because of the force of repulsion. The covalent bond forms when the force of attraction and repulsion balance each other and the potential energy is minimum. In this lowering of energy, which leads to the formation of a covalent bond. This shows the formation of covalent bond between the hydrogen molecule, in which both the hydrogen atoms share 1 electron with each other, and ultimately the pair of electron which is shared becomes the common property of both the hydrogen atom, and which ultimately form single HH covalent bond. We will next consider the formation of chlorine molecule, that is Cl2. A molecule of chlorine contain 2 atoms of chlorine. Now, how are these 2 chlorine atoms held together in a chlorine molecule? You know that the electronic configuration of chlorine atom is 287. Each chlorine atom needs 1 more electron to complete its octet. If 2 chlorine atoms share 1 of its electrons as shown below, then the both of them can attain the stable noble gas configuration of argon. This is the representation how the chlorine atoms are sharing electrons, and ultimately both the chlorine atoms gets 8 electron after sharing and becomes stable like Cl2 molecule. Note that sharing pair of electrons is shown to be present between the 2 chlorine atoms. Each chlorine atom thus requires 8 electrons. The shared pair of electrons keeps the 2 chlorine atom bonded together. Such a bond which is formed by sharing of electrons between the atoms is called covalent bond. Thus, we can say that a covalent bond is present between 2 chlorine atoms. This bond is represented by drawing a line between the 2 chlorine atoms as shown below, that is C single bond and then next Cl molecule. The single line indicates the single covalent bond between the 2 chlorine atoms. Sometimes the electrons shown above on the chlorine atoms are omitted and chlorine-chlorine bond is shown in the image, Cl single bond Cl. Similarly, we can understand the formation of oxygen molecule, that is O2, from the oxygen atom. The oxygen atom has atomic number 8 and it has 8 protons and 8 electrons. The electronic configuration of oxygen atom is 2 6. Now, each oxygen atom needs 2 electrons to complete its octet. The 2 oxygen atoms share 2 electrons and complete their octet as shown below. Here, as both the oxygen atom need 2 electrons, so both the oxygen atom will share 2 electron each by the each atom, and ultimately it is bonded by double covalent bond. The 4 electrons or 2 pairs of electrons which are shared between the 2 atoms of oxygen are present between them. Hence, these 2 pairs of shared electrons can be represented by bonds between the oxygen atom. Thus, an oxygen molecule can be represented as O double bond O. This double bond indicates the double covalent bond. The 2 oxygen atoms are said to be bonded together by 2 covalent bonds. Such a bond consisting of 2 covalent bond is also known as a double covalent bond. Let us next take the example of formation of nitrogen molecules, that is N2, and understand how the 2 nitrogen atoms are bonded together. The atomic number of nitrogen is 7, thus it has 7 protons and 7 electrons present in its atom. The electronic configuration can be written as 2, 5. To have 8 electrons like the other elements in the outermost shell of nitrogen, each nitrogen atom requires 3 more electrons. Thus, a sharing of 3 electrons each between the 2 nitrogen atom is required. This is shown below. This is the sharing pattern of 2 nitrogen atom, and each nitrogen share 3 electrons between the atoms, and they ultimately form N triple covalent bond. Each nitrogen has atom provided 3 electrons for sharing. Thus, 6 electrons or the 3 pairs of electrons are shared between the 2 nitrogen atom. Hence, each nitrogen atom is able to complete its octet. Since 6 electrons or the 3 pairs of electrons are shared between the nitrogen atom, we say that 3 covalent bonds are formed between them. These 3 bonds are represented by drawing 3 lines between the 2 nitrogen atom as shown below. This is the actual representation of nitrogen molecules containing 3 covalent bonds. Such a bond which consists of 3 covalent bonds is known as triple bond. So far, learners, we have discussed covalent bonds, formation between the atoms of the same elements, but the covalent bonds can be formed by sharing of electrons between atoms of different elements also. Let us take the example of hydrogen chloride molecule. A hydrogen atom has 2 electrons in its outermost shell, and a chlorine atom has 7 electrons in its outermost shell. Each of these atoms has 1 electron less than the electronic configuration of the nearest noble gases. If they share 1 electron pair, then the hydrogen can acquire 2 electrons in its outermost shell, whereas chlorine will have 8 electrons in its outermost shell. The formation of HCl molecule by sharing of 1 electron pair is shown below. This is the sharing pattern between the hydrogen and chlorine atom, which share 1 electron each, and they ultimately form HCl covalent bond. Properties of covalent substances. The covalent compounds consist of molecules which are electrically neutral in nature. The force of attraction present between the molecules are less strong as compared to the force present in the ionic compounds. Therefore, the properties of the covalent compounds are different from those of the ionic compounds. The characteristic property of covalent compounds are as physical state. Because of the weak force of attraction present between discrete molecules called intermolecular forces, the covalent compounds exist as a gas or a liquid or a solid. For example, oxygen, nitrogen, CO2 are gases, water and CCl4 are liquids, iodine is as a solid. Melting and boiling points. As the force of attraction between the molecules are weak in nature, a small amount of energy is sufficient to overcome them. Hence, the melting points and the boiling points of covalent compounds are lower than those of the ionic compounds. For example, melting point of naphthalene, which is a covalent compound, is 353 Kelvin or 80 degree centigrade. Similarly, the boiling points of carbon tetrachloride, which is another covalent liquid compound, is 350 Kelvin or 77 degree centigrade. Electrical conductivity. The covalent compound containing neutral molecules and do not have charge species such as ions or electrons, which can carry charges. Therefore, these compounds do not conduct electricity and are called poor conductor of electricity. Let us watch this video, which shows that the covalent compounds like ethyl alcohol, when allowed to pass electricity, do not conduct electricity. That is the experiment verification, which shows that the covalent compounds are bad conductor of electricity. Solubility. Covalent compounds are generally not soluble in water, but are soluble in organic solvents such as alcohol, chloroform, benzene, ether, etc. Let us watch this activity, which shows the dissolution of iodine in ethyl alcohol. Before the dissolving, what is the color of water, color of this ethyl alcohol, and after dissolution, what is the color of the solution. Summary. Dear learners, let us recapitulate what we have learned in this chapter. The basic cause of chemical bonding is to attain noble gas configuration either by transfer of electrons from a metal to non-metal or by sharing of electrons between the two non-metals atoms. Atoms of the elements do not exist freely in the nature. In all, the atoms of all the elements except of noble gases have less than 8 electrons in the valence shell. Normally, gases do not react with each elements in normal condition, as they have a stable electronic configuration, that is, they have 8 electrons in their valence shell or outermost shell. All the atoms have a tendency to acquire a stable or noble gas configuration. Therefore, they combine with atoms of other elements to attain 8 electrons in the valence shell by giving, taking or sharing of electrons. This is the basic cause of chemical bonding and is called octet rule. Atoms of elements in the molecules are held together by chemical bonding. The formation of chemical bond results in the lowering of energy, which is less than the energy of the individual atoms. The resulting compound is lower in energy and hence more stable. There are two types of chemical bonds, that is ionic bonding and the covalent bonding. Ionic bonding, the chemical bond formed by transfer of electrons from a metal to a non-metal, is known as ionic bond or electrovalent bond. The ionic bond formation takes place in 3 steps. The first is the formation of cations by metal with the loss of electrons, formation of anion by a non-metal with the gain of electron, and combination of cations and anions by electrostatic force of attraction. Ionic compounds are hard, have high melting and boiling points. They are soluble in water, but insoluble in organic solvents. They are good conductor of electricity in molten state and in its aqueous solution. Covalent bonding, the chemical bond formed by mutual sharing of equal number of electrons between two atoms. Covalent bonding is helpful in understanding the formation of the molecules like hydrogen, chlorine, oxygen and nitrogen are such molecules formed by sharing of electrons between similar atoms, while H2O and the HCl compounds formed by sharing of electrons between dissimilar atoms. On the basis of sharing of number of electrons by each atom, covalent compounds are classified as single bonded, double bonded and triple bonded. When sharing of one electron takes place from both the atoms, single bond is formed like the Cl-Cl bond or H-H bond in H2. Similar atoms share two pair of electrons, for example, in the formation of O2 molecule, and triple bond is formed when there is sharing of 3 electrons from each atom, that is the formation of NN triple bond in the nitrogen molecule. The dissimilar atoms also share electrons, but the shared pair of electrons shift towards the more electronegative atom as in HCl or H2O. Covalent compounds mostly have liquid or gaseous state. Some are solid also. They have low melting points, low boiling point. They are insoluble in water, but the soluble in organic solvents, and they are non-conductor of electricity. Dear learners, I hope you have understand the main concepts of chemical bonding. So, start solving assignments related to this chapter. You can also send us your queries at the given email ID. So, good luck and best wishes.